Hello everyone, my name is Thor and welcome back to Anthropology. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Cowboy Couture, Cowboy Core, the countrification of fashion. So if that sounds like something you're interested in and you're not already subscribed, please do so now. Like this video, comment anything down below. If you're a returning viewer subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I hope you enjoyed this one as well. This will be along the lines of my analytical videos. I'm going to be talking about the rise of country fashion and how it seems to be everywhere and we can't really escape cowboy boots, cowboy hats, bolo ties, and Levi jeans, and what they have to do with potentially the growing political situation happening in the world. You know, cowboy fashion, what's the reason? Maybe it's political. That's what we're talking about today. Grab a drink, grab some popcorn, let's settle in. Okay, so this video is going to be broken down into a few different parts. I'm going to be talking about the rise of cowboy core fashion. I'm going to be talking a little bit about some of the recent shows that we've seen that have really highlighted this trend, and also what some reasons I think could be behind this growing trend. Are there political reasons? Geopolitical reasons potentially? So that's what we are in for today. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so cowboy core has come about recently, probably starting 2020, late 2020, 2023, with Beyonce's Renaissance Act 1. Beyonce, obviously, for those that are living under a rock, she did her Renaissance tour, which was more, I would say, urban focused with a bit of cowboy flair. Obviously, the cowboy hat, the bedazzled cowboy, the utilization of horses. It was the introduction into the cowboyification of Beyonce, cow Beyonce, if you will. From that, we have the rise of cowboy hats in popular culture again. We have the rise of cowboy boots. We have the rise of bolo ties and obviously Levi's jeans. And this has been solidified in Beyonce's Renaissance Act 2, which is a country-specific album. And the iconography for it is very Americana, very cowboy-esque, Cowboy Couture. In addition, the popularity of the Barbie movie really utilized a lot of cowboy iconography in both Barbie and Ken's looks. And cowboy has almost become synonymous with American culture. Obviously, there's the cowboys versus Indians, cowboys representing the white American, sort of fighting the frontiers of uncivilized, whatever, the East. And I guess we're seeing this now as well because there's been such geopolitical conflict where the West is being positioned against threats unknown. And since the cowboy is such a synonymous icon to American culture, it's almost like the cowboy is fighting the rest of the world. The cowboyification of fashion has been disseminated down to the people. We're going to be talking about that a bit later in today's video, but I wanted to talk about how fashion has really incorporated this trend into fashion shows from the very top all the way down, most notably with Louis Vuitton's Fall/Winter 2024 men's collection by Pharrell, which was cowboy chic. It was Yeehaw Couture, the yeehawification of Louis Vuitton. And this whole fashion show was very cowboy-centric, large buckle belts, more jean-type fabrics, which we saw in the Spring/Summer 2024 collection as well, as sort of like an introduction into jean and denim. And we've seen that come back, in addition to cowboy hats, bolo ties, the cowboy prints on shirts, the Western style wear, the utilization of desert iconography, as well as the infinite rise of cowboy hats and cowboy boots. And this trend has been reported on by a variety of media outlets such as Vogue Business, Harper's Bazaar, Fashions United UK, among a variety of others, in which they talk about the increase in search history for a variety of items. Most specifically, according to Harper's Bazaar, in 2023, cowboy boots, denim, and related styles have increased in the UK by 240%. Since Beyonce's Cowboy Carter was released, Google searches for women's cowboy boots rose 176% according to Vogue Business in the United States. what we've seen essentially is this has been tied to the rise of popularity of country music back into general pop culture, including like the rise of endorsements by Real Housewives celebrities such as Kyle Richards, models such as Emily Ratajkowski, models such as Bella Hadid, utilizing different sort of leather vests, jeans, cowboy boots, hats, really embodying the cowboy aesthetic. So also this has something to do with Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is obviously a big name she's got her roots in country music, and her, I guess, connection to Travis Kelce, is that how you say his name? The football player, and how they've become sort of this westernized power couple, if you will, for America's whites. And since she got her start in country music, while she's known as a pop artist now, I feel like she's still really viewed as a country artist, and her and Beyonce both doing country type music now really sort of lends itself to where the global trends are headed in terms of Western global trends. So we've also seen this fashion on the likes of Diesel, with them coming back very denim focused, and denim is a large component of American and Western culture, as well as D Squared. D Squared is a Canadian fashion brand, but they primarily operate out of Italy, and they focus a lot on denim, on sort of westernized Western styles of dress that they promote to a European audience primarily, including cowboy boots, bolo ties, big belts, stuff like that. So now I want to talk a little bit about something that I haven't seen in a lot of articles touching on, but this in connection to the rise of global conservatism and a shift in the West from left political ideologies to more center-right political ideologies, and the combat between those two, and how a lot of, I would say, like left artists such as Beyonce, who was really vocal during the whole Black Lives Matter protests and like the wokeness of North America, now shifting to a country audience and sort of bring her audience with her to that genre of music, I guess shows that she's also trying to appeal to that side of the coin. And America is very polarized in terms of their political factions and ideologies that go along with it. The war on woke, putting DIE instead of DEI, you know what I'm saying? So I really feel like there's been a rise in conservatism, and this could potentially be why fashion houses are looking to cater more towards a right ideological audience, as well as music is sort of shifting that way as well. Lana Del Rey is coming back, it seems, and she sort of went a little bit down that Trumpian route. I mean, in Canada, so we have had a center-left liberal party, I would say, since 2015 roughly. Justin Trudeau leading the country. As a whole, Canadians are fed up with his government. Looking at recent polling data, because Canada's next election is 2025, the Conservative Party is polling at over 44%, and the Liberal Party is polling around 20%. The NDP Party, which is sort of more left than liberal, is polling at 17%. So there's a clear data and quantitative data associated to the rise of conservatism within Canada, in addition to the United States, where Biden is on his sort of farewell tour. It seems they are more or less fed up with his leadership, in a variety to a lot of issues, but primarily around Israel, Palestine, the war on Gaza, all of that. And now it seems like a majority of Trump's base has become emboldened, and that seems to be where media outlets are catering to in preparation, I guess, for Trump to potentially get back in power. Obviously, nothing is set in stone, but it seems like a majority of voters are shifting away from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party. In addition, there's been a rise of conservatism and right-wing politics in a variety of Western nations, such as, Argentina is more South America, but they are still heavily influenced by the West. They have a new right-wing government. There's also the new right-wing government coming out of the Netherlands, in which is like increasingly xenophobic. In addition to Germany is pretty like right now and authoritarian. So it seems like there is a shift to more conservative values in the face of global instability. And I believe this is why the cowboy aesthetic has resurfaced and is sort of coming back with a vengeance, and a lot of companies are promoting this type of aesthetic, because when I think of cowboy, I think of traditional values. I think of traditional Western values specifically. I think of the war of the West against the uncivilized, the civilized West against the uncivilized, which we know is like a trope that doesn't really exist. It's just more like propaganda. But that's where I'm thinking. And this shift in popular culture, fashion, music, I guess fashion and music and celebrity culture, to a more right-wing traditional audience that has really continued to push country music, has been sort of the main base of country music, country fashion. I think it really shows that like these companies are catering towards that audience and trying to bring their current base over to that type of fashion. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. Do you think the shift in country fashion, country music, and popular culture is political? Does it have anything to do with right-wing traditional values? Does it have anything to do with where we're headed as a general Western society? Let me know what you think. All of this is alleged, just my own speculation, but thank you for watching today's video. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.